This is to the average Joe out there, the average Joe, the Americans out there. It's really making me sick. We have these people like Sean Hannity and the O'Reillys, and on YouTube we have this "We Are the World" or "How the World Works," which he's just a poor man's Rush Limbaugh. And actually, I did a little research on him. He's a lawyer in Illinois who is basically right wing. Uh, what's making me really sick today are these tea parties and all these things about these Obama haters. All I can say is, when I went to school, if the president came on in the morning, the first day of school, and said, "You know what? I came from a, a single parent household and I worked, and look at me, I'm president today," that was seen as a positive message. Uh, I can only think that this has something to do, and I hate to say it, but it has something to do with racism. I think people don't like the fact that we have a black president. Um, and so all these talking heads like "We Are the World" are sitting here and nitpicking at different things that to rile people up, whether it's healthcare. Right now, we have an $11 trillion national debt, and actually, it's more than that because Social Security is helping to pay down the interest on that. Well, in the year 2017, Social Security will no longer be at a surplus, it'll be at a deficit. So we're more like $18 trillion in debt. But let's just go with $11 trillion. That's $35,000 for every man, woman, and child in this country. And it's so unfair that we are not demanding from these politicians to get this straight. The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. So instead of worrying about uh, nitpicking Obama, which is fine, he's the president, how about let's start calling our congressmen and demanding to get this federal deficit, this deficit spending, and this borrowing from foreign lenders under control. Um, because the clock is ticking, and I already the writing's on the wall. My kids are gonna have a significantly less prosperous upbringing and less of a future than I had. The same as less than my father. It's a downward spiral, and this deficit spending within the next 30 years, the services that we see from our government today will no longer be able to afford. Not only that, this borrowing from foreign lenders, China, Japan, Germany, they own our debt. At one time, back in the 50s, England and France invaded Egypt, or was fighting Egypt over the Suez Canal. And Russia was talking about going to the defense of Egypt. And the United States did not want that, so they asked France and England to kindly withdraw. France and England did not want to do this. So the United States, owning much of the bonds, owning much of the currency of England, much of their debt, said it may be time for us to sell off some of your bonds. England and France did pull out, and some say that was the fall of the British Empire. We're in that same situation right now. If China ever now don't get me wrong, China gets something out of this too. Train, you know, obviously we're intertwined here, but if push comes to shove and China doesn't like something we're doing, they can simply threaten to sell off or to cash in their bonds. And this is the way the world works. Uh, so instead of sitting here and saying Democrats, Republicans, liberals, conservatives, we're all in this together. Whether you're conservative or you're a liberal or you're a moderate. We are all in this boat here in this country. People in other countries, obviously they're not in this boat, but we are all in the same boat. So we can argue about Obama having a video saying work hard and you may become president, which to me, I will never understand why that's a problem. Um, and every president before Obama, well, listen, Bush was reading a book when the two planes hit the World Trade Center, and he decided it was such a good book that he was going to continue to do it. So, so if we're going to sit here and, so what I'm saying is, I don't know why a president, someone sitting in the Oval Office, saying work hard and you may become president one day, is such a problem to people, other than it's got, to me, in my opinion, have something to do with him, a little bit of racism there. But okay, that's a little bit of a different subject. Yes, we need to get hold of this. We need to call our congressmen and our representatives. And we're going to have to realize that we can't have everything. The life that I grew up with is not the life, it's not sustainable. We're going to have to cut back. We're going to have to pay higher taxes. And that's just it. I am for higher taxes. And as soon as politicians are more honest with us, if a politician ever tells you that he's going to have to raise taxes, then he's doing his job. If he's telling you that you can have everything and it's not going to cost you a penny, then he's lying. And it doesn't matter if it's Bush, Obama, McCain, whomever. The truth of the matter is that we are not earning our prosperity right now. We are simply borrowing it, and we're stealing it from future generations. I haven't made a video in a while, so I had something to say. I said it. We need to take care of this. This federal deficit is out of control, and it's only a matter of time. So, you can put your little comments if you don't like what I'm saying, and tell me how much of an idiot I am, whatever. But look at the facts. The fact of the matter is that we are borrowing and spending, and somebody's got to cash that check. Somebody's got to pay for it. And I really don't feel comfortable passing that on to my kids. So I am for higher taxes. I'll be the first to go ahead and volunteer. Please tax me more so we can get out of this predicament and take the burden off of future generations. Thank you.